Hello, Daniel here, and welcome to another AutoFlex Connect settings tutorial video. Today, I'm going to be looking at minimum ventilation growth curves. So to take a look at the growth curve itself, I am going to go into the menu and go to Administration, and then I will go to Preferences and then Growth Curves. Here, I can open up my min vent curve. This is one that I have already created. So here we can see the type is minimum ventilation. I named it, and then we can see the curve that I have created here. So basically, the purpose of a minimum ventilation curve is to adjust the idle or minimum ventilation that your variable fans provide and increase that ventilation as days go by and your animals get older. As your animals get older, they get bigger and they're going to require a greater amount of minimum ventilation. And so this automates that process for you. So here you can see we have the row for the days, and then on top we have the row setting. So that's going to be the percentage at which our variable fans will run, or their idle speed. So here we can see for the first 22 days, we've got an idle speed of 40, and then it ramps up to 43, hits that by day 50, and hits 50% on day 99, and then by day 176, we are up to 70% idle speed. If we wanted to change this, we can easily just change things around here. Same thing with the days. No big deal there. So that is creating the minimum vent curve itself. I will now show you how to assign that to your different outputs. So if we go back to our home page, perfect. So here I have my cooling equipment group, and I've got my variable fan. So if I select my variable fan, and then I go into the settings page, we will see here I've got my select growth curves icon down at the bottom. And you know what? Let's just change this idle speed to something different, because it was at 40. Let's change it up to 70, and then when we assign the growth curve, it should go back down. So let's select this. There's our minimum vent idle curve. We select it. So we now see our idle speed is at 40%, and we are currently on day 1 of our curve. If we were to adjust the day that the curve is, then we can see as the days go by, our idle speed increases. We now also have this view curve button down at the bottom that I just pressed, and that shows us we can see what our curve is, and then it also has a shortcut if we want to go and edit that curve. We can see we can do that. If we wanted to change the curve, we could always go in here. If we created a different curve, we could change it and select the new curve there. One final thing in the, that's okay, we can leave. In here, in our curve edit, we can also see where all this curve is assigned. So here, I did not save the changes, so allow me to assign the curve. We will save that, and then we will go in, we will edit the curve, and then now in here we will see variable fan, var fan 1. So there, this will be a list of everywhere this curve is assigned. So if you have a bunch of variable fans in your cooling group, then you can see them all listed here. The ones that you've assigned it to, you can make sure that you've assigned it to all of them. So that is a brief look at the minimum ventilation curve and why you might want to use them and how you set them up and assign them. I will see you guys in the next video.